Happy Friday! It is late. Up so late. It is way past my bedtime. My sister rented The Avengers on Amazon Prime, and it had 3 days left on or 36 hours or something, she said. I forget. She said 3 days or 36 hours. So, of course, I turned it on, and I couldn't stop watching it. So good. I forgot the storyline, so it's like I was watching it again for the first time. But, today's video, darn, I was hoping I could read what it said. Don't try to be the person that does the thing. Do the thing and be the person who always does it. Meaning, we see these people and they are doing these things and they're achieving these goals and they're having massive transformations. They're doing big projects, really aspiring stuff. And we get inspired to be like them, and we try to be like them. We try to be the person to do the thing. And Kelly Roberts, who's my life coach's husband, he says, don't try to be the person who does the thing. Do the thing, and then you'll be the person that does the thing. So we have like this really backwards concept about like if we for instance, writing a book, right? Kelly keeps talking about writing a book because he's writing a book and he's going to publish it on April 1st. And and I'm writing a book, and my deadline is like 6 months away. It's like August. So it's very far away. And my goal is to write a book every year based on, every amazing thing I'm learning and stuff like that. Hey, Kyle, thanks for getting on. And so he's talking about like he was trying to be a writer, trying to like research how to be a writer, and whereas he learned that he can do all this research, he can learn all these things, and then what there is to do is to sit your ass down into the chair at the desk and write, which is what a writer does. And so he's saying, do the thing, and then you become the person who does the thing. So it's like in everything in life, right? Like if we desire to have a healthy marriage, we desire to be amazing life coach for our kids, we desire to be like this amazing salesperson or whatever your aspirations are, to have like really big goals. He says, just do the thing. There is no like, well, if I were that person, this is kind of like how I would do it. Whereas you're like, I know what there is to do. It is to do the thing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so profound and it's so good because we like beat around the bush. We do all this preparation, we do all this research, and we're like, well, I don't know how to do the thing. When what there is to just do the thing, and then you figure out how to do it. Like for instance, I wanted to build a website, which and my life coaching service is called Soul SOUL Elevated Life, and I was like, I would like to build a website, and so I could take some courses, I could like figure out how to build a website, all this stuff, or I could simply start an account on Squarespace, buy a domain, and then go into it and start building it. And so then I started trying to build it, found a template that I liked, and then I came across these roadblocks. I was like, how do I get around these roadblocks? So then I sent a note to tech support, and they sent me like these amazing tutorials and videos, and they walked me through it. Like how I learned was by doing the thing. I learned how to build a website by building a website. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like it's such a simple, profound truth that if you desire to learn something, become proficient at something, become a master of something, is you step into it and you actually do it. Like I would manifest every day that I'm a master of the energy of time. I am a master of the energy of money. And so I was like, okay, I'm a master of the energy of time. I'm a master of the energy of money. So I'm going to be a master. Like, what does it mean? And so I started tracking my time. I started tracking my money. I started becoming very aware of those things. And I started reading books about it. I did everything there was to do to become a master of those things. And I started becoming a master of those things. It's amazing. So So you are amazing. You have this power to be very powerful. You have this power to live a deeply fulfilling, meaningful life. You have the power to become a master of anything. You have the power to be a writer, you have the power to be an artist, you have the power to be a poet, a music, anything. Hey James, thanks for hopping on. I want PT. Hello, I want PT. See, like these names, I don't even know what your first name is, so I'm calling you I want PT. A physical therapy, maybe. And or physical touch, I don't know. Yeah, so you are a master of anything that you decide to be a master of. You set the intention and you step into it and you start doing the thing. All of the things. You start doing all the things that are meaningful for you. Like, I wanted to launch a course on how to live a meaningful life or how to write manifestations. And so the thing to do was to record the videos and to upload them on a platform. And I use a platform called Kajabi. And I have no experience with Kajabi whatsoever, but I figured it out. Like, you learn how to you play around with it, you read the instructions, you watch a few tutorial videos, you upload the video, it fails, and then you're doing the thing, and then you learn how to do it. It's so simple. And yet so many of us, we just drag our feet to death. Like, we don't take the action there is to take to step into the role of doing the thing that is important to us. We instead will have this conversation about it, where we'll say, like, well, I don't know how to do it, so how would I even do it? Like, I don't know how to write a book. I don't know how to publish a book. I don't know how to create a course. I don't know how to record a live video. So how would I go about begin? I don't even know where to start. When you know what there is to do, it's just do the thing. And then you learn on the way. Like Brendon Burchard, like he wanted to do a vlog, which is a vlog. He wanted to build a website. He wanted to do different platforms on teaching his courses and stuff. And he says the easy thing to do is to hire someone else to do it for him. But then he learned that when he did it himself, he learned what he needed. And so when he hired someone to help him, he already knew what he wanted and what he didn't want. So he wasn't paying someone to do all this extra work that he didn't really need. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so genius. That's so profound. And it makes so much sense because he stepped into doing it. Doing it. So it's kind of like you say, I want to exercise. And then you can research everything there is to exercise. I think you can do a little research. Like you can see, okay, like how do people succeed when they exercise? And you say, oh, they have an accountability group. They have a support group. They do it with their friends. They track their food. They track their workouts. They set goals, and they measure their success by their bodily measurements. Their body measurements, not bodily measurements. They do the body measurements. They drink lots of water, all that stuff. Like, you can read up on it, right? But then at a certain point, you set a start date, or you set a race date. You set some date, and you start training for it. Like, you put it on the calendar, and you start doing it, right? You do the thing, and you become the person who does the thing. Isn't that profound? Like, such a simple concept for every aspect of our life. I'm just floored. It's so deep, so simple, so good. So good. That's all I had for you today. I'm ready to go to bed. I hope you are getting 8 to 9 hours, 7 at least hours of sleep tonight. It is the weekend tomorrow. Hopefully you're not working. But if you didn't already know, I'm a life coach. I coach people. I talk to people. I have deep, profound conversations with them. And last night I was talking to the multiverse, and I said, I think it's time that I start coaching people again, because I was doing it for free, and I was like, I'm ready to start coaching again. And all of a sudden this morning I go to work and someone sends me a message and asks me about my coaching rates. So if you're looking for a life coach, you're looking for a way to transform your life, you're looking to live a deeply meaningful, powerful, fulfilling life, then the thing there is to do is to call me. That's Blondie, call me. Or, I don't care how you get to me, just get to me. That's Train. So get to me. Reach out to me. find out if we're a good match. We can do a video conference, we can do coffee, we can do lunch, dinner if you're in the Dallas local area. If you're not, then if you're across the world or in the United States or Canada or whatever, we can do a video conference, no issues, and then see if we're a good match. And then we'll talk about your goals and what you're looking to get out of life coaching and see what we can do together. And there's nothing that I provide for you that you don't already have within you. You just may not know how to access your power that you already possess. And you may not know about these blind spots you have that are holding you back. Like I didn't know that I had a fear of success. And because I had a life coach, she really helped me become very clear about what was holding me back. And yes, life coaches have life coaches because all humans could use a life coach to live a very powerful, meaningful life. And so when I realized that my fear of success was holding me back, like what there was to do was for me to have a conversation with my husband and say, okay, so these are my dreams, these are my visions, these are my goals. And I have this fear that if I achieve all this, then it could put our family at risk. And I wanted to hear his feedback and what he thought about it. And whatever objections he had, whatever opinions he had, I listened fully to what he was saying. And then I got to hear where he was coming from. And then I got to ask clarifying questions. And then I was really creative about options to make sure everything is a win-win. Like Everett thought that if I spent a lot of time on my life coaching business and writing books and creating course content, then that would take away time from me spending with the kids. And I realized that if I do my workouts and my meditations early in the morning, then when I come home, I can do those things, write for 15 minutes, record for 15 minutes, write a post for 15 minutes, write my book for 15 minutes, like use that hour that I have when I get home from work so that when everybody else comes home from school, there's still dinner that we have together, there's still conversations over the dinner, there's still story time for the kids after dinner and everything. Like none of that gets sacrificed, and then he was at one point, he was like, well, who's going to chauffeur the kids around? He goes, that means I'm going to have to golf less and play less tennis to drive the kids to their events. And I realized, well, we could carpool with other parents. We could hire someone we trust to take the kids to the practices. Like we would be there for the games and the recitals, but we don't have to be at every single practice. And so there was like really creative ways to be about it. And I still honored his concerns and I still honored his preference to be able to do the things that he loves too, which is tennis and golf. And so, I didn't want him to sacrifice those things because I wanted to work on helping people transform their lives through my content, through my books, my website, my coaching services, through my courses I offer. Like I wanted everything to be a win-win. And when I looked at it from a win-win position, and when I looked at my fears of having success and how it could negatively affect my family, that was when I was able to be really creative and have a lot of clarity about how I could still have it all in a very unique, creative way. I mean, there's virtual assistants to help with all sorts of things. Like we have like all these resources at our hands and we limit ourselves because we think, oh, I can't have it all. Like it's going to be like, I can't do it all. Like it has to be a win-lose type of situation. But no, everything could be a win-win. Everything can be a negotiation. And it's really powerful when you have a life coach in your life. I highly recommend it. So, happy Friday. I send you love, light, profound clarity, and infinite possibility to create the life that you desire to live that is completely aligned with your soul's expansion and growth. Always. Always. Sending you lots of love. Here's to you living a soul elevated life. And if you love this video, please share it. And you can also go support me at my Facebook page or follow me on my Instagram page. Everything is called Soul, S-O-U-L, Elevated Life. I'll see you tomorrow.